Hey everybody, welcome back. We are still here in the midst of the Johto / Kanto Pokemon League rematch. We have defeated the Elite Four, and you know what that means. It is time to rematch the Dragon Master himself, Lance. First, we are going to do a little bit of healing, and I apologize for not doing this off screen. I guess I could have, but I didn't, so here we are. So I'm going to revive Rod and Leah, who put in a lot of work last fight, but couldn't quite make it a clean sweep. Not quite as clean as the last two, at least. Wonder how Olive would have done. And we use some Hyper Potions. We have 51 of those. I feel like Olive would have been good. I guess against Honchkrow, maybe. I would have had to rely on some Air/Flinches, but against the rest of them, Aura Sphere would have done a lot of damage. That being said, without choice specs, I don't know. And we might as well use some of our Lepa Berries at this point, because we really only have 2 more fights to go. Oh, and I do want to use the PowerPoint ups too. Because again, why not? I believe those are in the medicine area. Could use rare candies, but I'll probably save those for when I'm training for our final battle. Alright. Not sure how many Stone Edges we will need, but there is a non-zero chance we could use them all in this last battle. Lance does tend to have a lot of flying types, and flying types resist both of Rod's stab attacks and are weak to rock, so you never know. Alright, and not sure what moves could really use these berries. What about Stone Edge? Nope. Let me just check real quick and make a mental note. Alright, so we have... Probably not going to use Close Combat or Earthquakes, I'm not too concerned there. Again, probably not going to use Earthquake. Maybe Surf on Leah. But, yeah, we'll see. Just to be safe, let's go for Rain Dance and Surf. After all, it can't hurt. And alright, we should be good to go. Last thing I'm going to do is switch out Cian's item. I was planning to do all this with their default held items, but there's almost no chance we're going to end up using the... Do I have a magnet? Thought I did. Magnet, where are you? There's almost... Oh, there it is. No chance of using Flamethrower in this matchup. I don't think there are really any, Grass and Dragon types, and even so they'd be resistant to it, so... in fact, if he has Dragon types, just period, then Cian's not going to be too great after all. But maybe he'll have, a Kingdra, or... I guess Solar Beam could be good against Groudon. I could give Magmortar choice specs, but I just don't know what Lance has. Plus, that might be a little too overpowered. We are going to leave with Cian, though. Send him against his eternal nemesis, Gyarados. And see if, once again, we can outspeed him. Alright, guys, here we go. Second toughest trainer in the entire game, Lance. Once again, going to fast forward through the text. If you really want to read it, you can pause very quickly. But otherwise, here we go. Joe versus Lance, round 2/3/7. And he leads with Salamence, okay. The Gen 3 version of Dragonite, some would say. We are intimidated, so Magnet makes sense here because Salamence doubly resists Solar Beam, resists Flamethrower. Thunderbolt is definitely the way to go. Of course it is faster. Salamence is less bulky than Dragonite, but about the same attack and is faster. Also has a better ability, but Dragonite does get multi-scale later on, so definitely pros and cons to each. Not a lot of damage. And he withdrew Salamence, so already I can see this being very tough. Bringing in Garchomp, okay. So, we might have gone from nice easy sweep to very, very, very difficult. I could use Sunny Day. Is it worth using Sunny Day? Are we even going to get a chance to use a move? Probably not. I could switch in Olive, expecting a ground type attack. but I don't want Garchomp to get clever and use like Rock Slide, which would also knock out Cian. So let's not do that. Is there a reason not to use Sunny Day? I guess Leah's Surf, but I probably wouldn't be using Surf with her. I'd be using Rain Dance. Maybe like a Charizard. I might buff like Charizard's Flamethrower against Meganium. Does he even still have a Charizard? It's not really Dragon type, so maybe not. Whatever, let's go for it. We are faster than a Garchomp. Once again, Cian's speed really surprises me. And I did use Earthquake, so I could have switched in Olive and saved Cian for later, but oh well. Didn't want to risk Olive. Olive might be our best switch in here. That being said, you know, we haven't used Cherry yet, and I feel like Cherry is a... as far as Lance's Pokemon go, Cherry probably has the best matchup against Garchomp, being Ground and Dragon. I'm very worried that Garchomp knows like Fire Fang or Fire Blast, and I just used Sunny Day, which I kind of already regret. Could bring in Rod for a pretty neutral matchup. Let's bring in Cherry. This could be a huge mistake, but we'll see how it goes. On the bright side, Swords Dance. Okay, so on the bright side, Swords Dance doesn't, or Garchomp doesn't get stabbed from fire attacks. So there is that. But after a Swords Dance, Garchomp is going to do a lot of damage. It already has a very high attack stat, and it's pretty bulky, as you can tell. Didn't take much damage at all. And once again, Lance is switching. After a Dragon Dance, he does still have Charizard. Ah, okay. Well, you know what? Lance too can play at that game. I think I'm going to switch as well. Of course, that did nothing because it's like 4 times resisted. I really want to bring in Leah now. I'm just worried if I bring in Leah and I take like a Flamethrower or an Air Slash would be a lot worse. And then a Dragon Claw the next turn. That would be really bad. Let's bring in Kroot. I feel like Kroot is a little bit safer here, because Charizard's stab attacks are both resisted by Tyranitar. And we'll get rid of the Sun, that's even better. Didn't think of that, but hey, that helps too. And it buffs our special defense. So as long as this isn't a burn, if this is a burn, that's gonna like really suck. Please don't burn, please don't burn. And okay, didn't burn, good. The freeze from like Weevil I wouldn't have minded because it would have made things interesting, but this battle's already interesting, so I'm okay just getting some luck here. We will almost certainly be slower, and Charizard decided to use a nice neutral attack, which is actually okay because Dragon Claw does not have a secondary effect, and you can see how good Kroot's defenses are. That didn't do very much damage at all. Is a little bit of chip damage because Kroot does not have a form of recovery, and Life Orb will add up, but at least now we're faster than probably all of Lance's team. We just gotta get lucky with some Stone Edges, and Kroot should be able to do a lot of damage here. This is one of those matchups that, like, it might be really close, it might seem really easy, but it's something that could very much go either way. He's probably gonna bring in Garchomp again, which is definitely his smartest move. Yeah, because Garchomp resists Stone Edge, my best attack, and takes neutral damage from Crunch. It's going to use an Earthquake in return. I'm almost sure of that. I'm really tempted to leave in Kroot with his Rock Polish. This is kind of like when Garchomp switched out with its Swords Dance. But you know what? We know that Cian is faster than Garchomp, which is actually really good info. Even though Cian didn't get a damaging attack off against Garchomp, I guess it did get, well, Thunderbolt, but it didn't do any damage. The fact that Cian let us know that Garchomp is not that fast tells us a lot. Because Olive is 160. And Cian is 162, so Cian is faster than I thought. So if Cian was faster than Garchomp, that means that Olive probably is too. It's not for sure. But I'm thinking I can switch in Olive during this Earthquake, or maybe during a Swords Dance. And if I'm faster, I can flinch it and get some damage off. I am worried about it Swords Dancing and then like using a Rock Slide or a Stone Edge, but at some point you gotta just go for it. How does Leah's speed compare against Cian's? Not favorably. Is Cian our fastest Pokemon? It is. Wow, I would not have guessed that at all. You don't think of Magmar as being fast. Alright, well. Hopefully you guys will forgive me if I take a second to think. I just really don't want to lose this one. So Groot, I could stay in. I could definitely get a crunch off. And at that point, Garchomp might take enough damage from Olive to be defeated, but I just... Against some of his other Pokemon, I'd love to have Groot against, like, Dragonite. You know, Rock could actually take an Earthquake pretty well. And I don't think Garchomp is anything super effective. But do I want to save Rod for, like, some cleanup? Again, Rod isn't that fast, so this might be a good chance to bring him in. Cherry would also take an Earthquake pretty well. Could do a little bit more damage against Garchomp, albeit not much. Alright, let's bring in Olive. That was my first instinct. I'm going to go with my gut here. Heart of the cards, right? Wait, wrong game. Outrage, okay. See? Ugh. I was really thinking it would use Earthquake there. Like, that was the move to use. Now, luckily, how much will this do? Oh, too much is the answer. I was thinking I could, like, roost it off, and, I don't know. It's locked into Outrage, but I don't have any Steel types, so there's not much that can safely switch into an Outraging Garchomp. I'm gonna just have to hope we're faster. We are faster. Now I have to really hope for a flinch here. 60% chance. It did not flinch. Okay. Well, on the bright side, Garchomp will either be confused or locked into Outrage for one more turn. Although it might have like a Lumberry. Wouldn't be surprised at all. And Lance might also use a full restore. Okay, it's confused. Alright, so... I want to bring in Leah. I don't know if Leah is faster, though. How many Pokemon does Lance have left? So far, we've seen Charizard and Salamence. Salamence isn't defeated yet, though, so this is still very much in Lance's court. Olive was like one of our strongest Pokemon, and she's gone now. A nice neutral matchup against most of his team. I think it's time to make some big plays here. Let's bring in Leah. So now I have a couple choices. I didn't give Leah the Never Melt Ice. I really should have done that, because having the Mystic Water won't matter too much here. So there's two scenarios. Well, a couple scenarios. Lance might use a full restore. I think he would at this stage. And if I'm slower and he uses full restore, I'd love to use Rain Dance to be faster then. I'm worried that an Ice Beam will not one-shot Garchomp, though. I'm also worried it might use Outrage. And we could be faster, and it might go for Outrage. It might hurt Self-Confusion. I just don't know. Let's go for Rain Dance. Okay, so we did use the full restore, so we don't know who's faster. After this Rain Dance, Leah will definitely be faster. But if Leah was faster already, then 2 Ice Beams would have been the way to go. So I don't think Leah can survive an Outrage, and after the full restore, Garchomp is no longer confused. So it really comes down to this Ice Beam. This would be a great time to get a critical hit. Or a freeze. Either one's okay. But we'll see. Yeah, it wasn't quite a one-shot, and it did use Outrage. Okay, so this might be another loss. But I'm actually kind of glad that this was a challenge. After the last 4, I was really worried here. Once again, Lance is no joke. Yeah, it's a nice clean knockout, getting stabbed, doing a ton of damage. That hurts. Alright, I don't know how many full restores Lance has either. Let's hope not many more. Alright, let's bring in Cherry. And I'm going to go for Seed Bomb. And I think this should be enough to finish Garchomp. You know, I was thinking he would bring in Charizard again. We already defeated Charizard, so that's something. I'll probably bring in like Salamence though, which is also a very good switch into Meganium. Not a lot we can do there, and Intimidate will not be great. Okay, I'm expecting a Flamethrower here. I could switch in Tyranitar, but I just can't switch in that many more times. Plus with Life Orb, it's not going to be great. Let's Body Slam and hope I can maybe paralyze Salamence, so maybe it doesn't know a Flying attack. It was just going to use Dragon Claw. It's really unfortunate that the Sandstorm is going, because Synthesis will not do much healing at all. Otherwise, we might be able to, like, just stall out this Salamence. Alright, and the fact that Lance didn't use another full restore maybe means he's out. This would be a great time for that Paralyze. Come on, Body Slam. No. Oh, it was raining. Okay. That's right, so the rain got rid of the Sandstorm. Flamethrower. Oh, it wasn't using Flamethrower because of the rain. Okay, so that was kind of unintentionally clever on my part. Protected Cherry there. I wonder if I should have brought in Cherry sooner. Alright, don't think Rod is faster, unfortunately. You know, I think my only chance here... What else might he have? I'm sure he has Dragonite, probably Kingdra. Let's bring in Tyranitar. I'm mostly worried about this Life Orb damage at this point. And I'm sure we're going to be slower, so let's use Rock Polish. Rest, okay. And it probably has a berry to wake it up, unfortunately. Yeah, there it is. Yep, Lumberry, okay. Not too surprised by that. So my only hope here is that Kroot can not miss any Stone Edges, and that all his Pokemon are going to take either be weak to it or be knocked out by one hit. It's going to take a lot of luck here, but hey, Kroot is arguably our strongest Pokemon. Let's see what we can do. This should be a knockout with the Life Orb, super effective, stab. I'm guessing he has Kingdra, Dragonite, and one other Pokemon. Aerodactyl would be great. Gyarados. Okay, so that Intimidate is... Oh, not great, not great, not great. Oh, that really sucks. So... Shame he didn't lead with Gyarados this time. Stone Edge is still super effective, and it's hit, and we have Life Orbs, so it's going to be close this time. That Intimidate really lowers Kroot's attack by quite a bit. And Gyarados is a naturally bulky Pokemon. Not bulky enough, though. Alright. Good job, Kroot. That Life Orb is really paying off in dividends here. Dragonite. Who's his last one? It's got to be Kingdra. Now... Okay, here we go. And it didn't miss. We're getting lucky with these hits. Stone Edge has a high crit chance. Could this be a crit? That'd be awesome. If there's ever a time for a crit, this is a really good time for it. Not a crit, and because of the Intimidate, Dragonite has survived. The question is, what is Dragonite going to do? Outrage, Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor could miss. It missed! Okay. So now we just have to land this attack. So 80% chance. That's not too bad. And it hit! Oh, great job, Kroot! Now, what is his last one? He could still very much win this. It could be like Kingdra, and... Oh, I don't know if Rod's going to be faster than a Kingdra. It could also be like Altaria or Flygon. I wouldn't mind that so much. Altaria, okay. Ooh, okay. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Alright, I thought this would never happen. This is a big decision here. After the Intimidate, I don't think Crunch will knock out Altaria. Altaria's not the strongest Pokemon defensively, but it is fairly solid. If it wasn't for Intimidate, I wouldn't be so concerned. But I think we're going to have to use a Stone Edge to knock it out, which sucks because it has a 80% accuracy chance. Glad we use those PP ups and those Lepa Berries. And I'm just worried that Altaria is faster than Rod. It might know like Air Slash, and that'd be a one-hit knockout on Rod. So, I mean, we have an 80% chance to win this fight if I hit the Stone Edge button, so let's go for it. Come on, Kroot. And he hits. Okay, this has got to be a knockout. So we got to use all of our Pokemon except for Rod, and oh, it's not a knockout! Double team. Does Lance have another Hyper Potion? Oh, this is so intense. Oh, the Sandstorm, that's right. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. No, it's not. I never give up no matter what. As long as he doesn't have a full restore, that should be it though. He does have a full restore. Okay, so this crunch really has to hit then. Should have used Stone Edge, I guess, but he didn't use a full restore earlier, which made me think he might not have another one. Okay, it does hit. It's not going to be a knockout. Alright, luckily the Light Orb did not knock out Kroot. And we should still be faster, so again, 80% chance and definitely going to win if this hits. And it misses! Oh, Dragon Breath to finish it off, so if Altaria has a flying type attack, then that's going to be it. This is so close. If he just didn't have that full restore. Alright, so if Rod is faster, I mean, we have the Expert Belt, so I think Stone Edge would be a knockout, but it could still miss. I don't know if we're faster even. Just going to go for it. And it missed! Okay, so it doesn't have a... Okay, don't paralyze. Please don't paralyze. I know Dragon Breath has a pretty good chance of paralyzing. Okay, that's good. So we had a chance to use our full team. Come on, Rod. This is it, buddy. If there's ever a time to hit, it hits. This should be the knockout, especially with the Expert Belt. Even without it, I think it would be. Alright, so I won an epic battle. I got an epic battle. That's as close as it gets. There were so many times there that could have been a win and just wasn't. And times we could have missed, times we could have crit. That was close. That was about as close as it gets. We had to use our full team there, and they all put in a lot of effort, and it really took all of them to win that fight. So I am so happy. If that was the final fight of the game, I'd be really happy with that. As you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, I couldn't be happier. But we do have one more fight. Hopefully it's just as epic. Got a few things to do before we get there, though. You have become truly powerful, Joe. Your Pokemon have responded to your strong and upstanding nature. Well, they had a lot to do with it as well. As a trainer, you'll continue to grow strong with your Pokemon. And once again, I'm going to get congratulated. I'm going to probably fast forward through this because it should be the same text as last time. And even though we're not done yet, I do want to give a big thank you to all of you guys as well. And you might be thinking, what did we do? We just watched. But that's actually important because if it wasn't for people watching my videos, I probably wouldn't be playing Heartgold right now. And obviously we wouldn't have had some of these fun battles if I wasn't playing the game. That's a pretty obvious statement, but a true one nonetheless. So thank you guys for watching and making my Pokemon playing experience that much more enjoyable and making me that much more motivated to play. Because I really do enjoy playing these games, but if I was just playing for fun, I'd feel like, I should be doing something else right now. There's so many things I should be doing besides playing video games, but I'd be playing anyway, but maybe not quite as much. But the fact that I can make these videos and share them with other people, even if it's not like a ton of viewers, I feel like the viewers I do get are just that much more special that way. And even just seeing I get a dozen or a couple dozen viewers on these videos makes it that much more worthwhile. That even if it was just me playing the games, I'd still get a lot of enjoyment out of it and still find them worthwhile. But the fact that I can enjoy them and you guys can enjoy them too makes it quintuply or 10 times more so. So get to see our team in the Hall of Fame one more time. A really great team, one I really enjoyed training up, all the way from that little Togepi and Chikorita and Horsey and Larvitar and the Magby we bred. And Rod was fully evolved when we caught him, but we still caught him a very long time ago. All that tree headbutting. All the moves we learned and the levels we gained and the trainers we faced along the way. It's all been worth it. We have a great team, and I'm really proud of all of them. 151 hours does not seem like that much, but I guess it has been. Heartgold is definitely one of the longest games in the series, and definitely one of the most fun. And like I said, it's not over yet. We have, I think, 2 more episodes left to go. As you guys may remember, we have 2 more legendaries to catch in our rematch against Moltres, and we have Lugia as well, which should be a lot of fun. Get to go back to the Whirl Islands, and let's see what else. Then we have Mount Silver, and the toughest trainer in the whole game. Although I don't know if they can be tougher than Lance. That was pretty tough, but they do have the highest level Pokemon in the whole game, so we will train up our Pokemon a little bit more off screen just to make it challenging. And I think it's going to be a very different battle than the battle against Lance, but probably equally as tough, or at least in the same league. It could be a loss, it could be tougher in that respect. It could be a little bit easier depending on how things match up. Hopefully it's just as tough, but you'll just have to stay tuned and see how it goes. So once again, thank you all very much for watching. I really do mean it. I always appreciate seeing likes or views or comments on these videos. So if you enjoyed the battle, let me know. But yeah, please stay tuned for the last two battles or the last two episodes of Pokemon Heartgold, and then I'll let you know when it'll be time for our next adventure after that. So thanks for watching, have a great day or night, and take care.